It's Tuesday, August 7th, and this is Cole from Drive Jacket Card by Vanguard podcast. And I'm here with part 3, I think, of my GenCon haul, my unboxing. And we're going to continue with Chaotic. And we got Chaotic Rise of the Oligarch. Oops. Cha-ching. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And I just opened a box of this off camera. So, I'm not as excited for this one, but let's get into it. Oops, forgot to bring the trash over here again. Okay, gonna cut this one. Put the knife away. Alright, we'll open it up. Yeah, Chaotic has been dead for 10 years now. 10 long years. Alright, so we got a rule supplement for, here we go, Rise of the Oligarch. There we go. Blah, blah, blah. Fluid Morph was introduced in this, and so were Corrals. Blah, blah, blah. That's Ani. The Oligarch. He is the only two-sided Chaotic card that exists, and he's also super strong. So I really want to get him. I think he's, like, incredibly rare. So I'm kind of praying that I get it, but I don't think we will. Anyway, let's start with the right side. Ooh, shoot. There we go. Okay. Got Marksman's Preparation, Requiem of Fear, Kaibon the Renegade. Ooh, wow, right off the bat, we got the only ultra rare in the box. Flandar. Ooh, uninfect 3 infected creatures. Activate Hive and heal all damage on Flandar. Dang, that is great. So Hive is an ability that only Danians have. Basically, it's like a status. So when Hive is active, other Danians who have a Hive ability are able to use that Hive ability. It's pretty simple. And then we have Infect, which kind of like infects other creatures, and they become Mandiblores. So Mandiblore is a creature type, like squad leader right here. It would say Mandiblore, and there are cards that check or reference Mandiblores, so that's why that's important. Also, this ultra rare replaced one of the rares in this box, so I'm wondering if they changed up in the later sets. If like it would replace a rare instead of getting 2 rares and then 2 ultra rares. So that's interesting. But yeah, we got the ultra rare. It's really cool. And we got Tidal Surge, the Ropa Shock Chime Grid, Mockadine, and Flemmickine. Adine, oops, Mock Idine, and then Falmachine, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Marillion names are really hard. They all have that, like, apostrophe in them. It's like a theme for them. Then we have Corral Ambershard, Dylus, Frozen Fire. That's a really cool location. Then we have a super rare. Jeez. Electric Rain. And then we have Air Attack. Yep, so it's the second rare. Yep, it's pretty cool. Fire Stream, sorry. Cure Morph Chords, Ikubra, and Tasca. Okay, I have to get more comfortable there. we got Might Swing, Felfour of the Deep. So Felfour is like the agent who opened the doors of the Deep Mind and let the Marillions in to the world of Chaotic. They were sealed away a long time ago, and he was a secret agent, basically. Oops, spoiler alert if you ever wanted to watch the show. Oops. Sandstrike. And then we got Cerulean's Lair and Aftermath Faint. So Fluid Might, Dractyl Scales, Klenka, and Laminkal. Laminkal, I'm not sure. Oh. We got Swarming Destruction. Biakon? Biakon? I'm not sure. Might Singer's Requiem. It's a Marillion music as well. It's a 4 cost. But in this set, it introduced Fluid Morphers. So whenever you play, I don't remember if it's whenever you play or whenever a water card or water attack is played, you gain a Fluid Morph counter, which is just like another music. Solar Flare. Hearing Tainted. It was really sad when Hearing was controlled in the show. Spoiler alert again. Corral Crush. Denial, Refrain of the Deep. Just Heben, I think. And Otani. Yeah. Not a lot of Mopedians have the water ability, or water element, which is really cool too. He's like an underwater diver, sort of. Oh, come on. Oh, that poor pack. Oof. There we go. That's rather unfortunate. So we have Corral, Chime Shard, Appalai, Kiru City Tunnels, Wama, Hive Ordnance. Wama's a pretty cool character in the show, too. And he is a Mandibular. See right there? It's pretty sweet. And we got Interest, Healing Ballad. For the rare. Petrifying Power. The Oligarch's Path. Jushiban, I think. And then Tarbok. Ooh, okay, so here's a Hive ability. So, it's got Waterproof 10. So, the first time a water attack would be played, he gains. I think it's if the opponent has the water element, he gains 15 energy at the beginning of the turn or the combat. And then he has a Hive ability, which lets him gain, when Hive is active, he gains 15 energy. And he's got Fire and Air, which is kind of rare for a Danian too. So it's pretty cool. Oh, they also, some cards have flavor text too. So it says, "My only fear is that I have no fear." Which is pretty cool. We got Force Balls. We got Mick Bonin, a Requiem of Lost Minds, again, a Corral Magma Shard, and Tefile. I think I probably got 12 of him now. I mean, he's okay. I mean, he's still cool because he's a, chaotic creature, but, I mean, he's not great. Poison Steam, Vial of Liquid Thought, Raldoy, I think, and Tarbok again. So, a lot of these Corral warriors here, they have, basically they're kind of like, they were meant to invade each of the tribes. So, Raldoy is good against Danian creatures. He does an extra 5 to Danian creatures. And he's waterproof, 25 too. which is really good. Alright, now we have Might Swing again. Felfour of the Deep, a trader. Sand Strike. Rioja. Rioja, I think. Yeah, she's a Fluid Morpher right here. And then she has the Fluid Morph ability and also is a Fluid Morpher. Her foil's kind of dark. Then we got a Mepedian Music, Harmonies of the Wind. That one's the foil's a little hard to see on that one, but we got Fire Stream, Cure Morph Chords, Macadine, and it's like the first couple packs. Fall Makeen and Macadine, I think. Macadine, I don't know. Come on, we can get it. There we go. So we got Swarming Destruction. Swarming Destruction. Biakon. Might Singer's Requiem. Ooh, Nukeworm. He was shown in the show too. He's got fire, which is kind of rare for a Marillion as well. Ooh, that's really cool. So that's a pretty good dude. Fire Stream, Dractyl Scales, Ikubra, and Tasca. There we go. Coral Chime Shard. Apoli. Kivu City Tunnels. Stelgar. This is the original Stelgar, I think. Stelgar was in like the first season, and he was a starfish, cute little tiny starfish guy that was made by a mad scientist, and he escapes, and then when he gets to the water, he grows and gets stronger and stronger. This is not the best Stelgar. There's a better Stelgar that was released in, I think, Alliances Unraveled, or later on in this block. And basically he just gets, I think it's 5 energy and 5 in each of the stats for however many turns he's been out, but it's really cool. So basically if you let him out, if you let your opponent have him long enough, he becomes really super strong and hard to beat. And we got Fluid Might, Dractyl Scales, Glenka, and then Lamakal. Alright, Force Balls again. Mick Banin, who is against Underworld creatures. He does extra damage there. Requiem of Lost Minds. Mind Proof March for Danians. And then Corral Freshwater Shard. Corral Crush. Denial Refrain of the Deep. Just Hiban, and Otani. There we go. Declaration Requiem. We got Skeletal Springs. Then we got Vitaruzu, who's good against Mepedian creatures. Ooh, Hewn Palatanin for super. Ooh, that's actually a really good ability. So, when an opposing non-overworld creature loses a music counter, heal 10 damage to target creature. So, it'd be... Oh, wait. That's really interesting. Oh, an opposing. Oh, so if an opponent uses a non-overworld opponent uses a music counter, I get to heal 10 from any target to any target creature. I think that's how that one is worded. Then we got Arthoa, who's really cool. And Petrifying Power. The Oligarch's Path. Roldoy. And Tarbok. Again. Tarbok is cool. I like Tarbok. Alright. Last pack on the right side. Baton of Ani. He's the Oligarch. Ani the Oligarch. Caustic Cascade is a really good attack. Drawnick, I think. And then we have a Vexing Waveform. And then Rage of Ani. Poison Steam. Vial of Liquid Thought. Anger Keem. I like Anger Keem's art a lot. I think it looks really cool. And then Atacat. Tactical Aid. Tactical Aid. I know how to speak. Right, moving on to the left. We got Kaimon, the Renegade. Baton of Ani. Caustic Cascade. Mind-Proof March again. Corral Freshwater Shard. Cure Morph Chords. Tidal Surge. Makadine and Flamikil. Again, those two like to be together, apparently. Alright, Frozen Fire. Marksman's Preparation. Requiem of Fear. Bloxa. Ooh, I've never seen that before. That's awesome. Alright, reveal an attack card from hand. Target attack with the same name deals 0 damage. So if you have a copy of a really strong attack and you use that ability, and then any damage that the original copy of that attack would do would be 0. And also, that's Momark. That's the guy who created Stelgar. He's an overworlder too, actually. So that's a really cool card. Another Arthoa. Alright, Dractyl Scales. Fire Stream. Ikubra, who's good against overworld creatures. And then Tasca. I think those two are together a lot too. Something seems fishy. Oh, that worked. Alright, Sandstrike. Crawl Amber Shard. Dylus. Alright, Vexing Waveform and Rage of Ani. Denial of Afraid of the Deep, Fluid Might, Klenka, and Laminkal. Might Singer's Requiem. Might Swing. Felfour of the Deep. Eridak. And Jimway. Jimway is really cool. So we've got Fire 5. When Jimway is dealt 20 or more damage from a single source, deal 5 damage to target creature. So basically, whenever you play another fire, whenever you play a fire attack, it does an extra 5 damage. And those stack. So if you have another way to give him Fire 5, it would actually be Fire 10. And so basically, he just burns the whoever deals, if you deal 20 more damage, which comes in clutch way more often than you think. So he's a really good card. The Oligarch's Path. Corral Crush. Jusiban and Otani. I think those two are together a lot too, actually. Fishy. Alright. We got Curious City Tunnels, Swarming Destruction, Biocon, and Orobon. Waterproof 10. Hive Orobon gains 10 energy for each infected creature your opponent controls. So that's another card that counts infected creatures, which is really cool. Yeah, he's pretty good. Aftermath Feint for the rare. Vial of Liquid Thought, Petrifying Power, Raldoy, and Tarbok. Again, those two are together as well. Requiem of Lost Minds, Coral Chime Shard, Opily, Hearing Tainted again, and we got Cerulean's Lair again. Alright, Tidal Surge, Poisonous Steam, Anger Keem, Atacat. Atacat's really cool too. He's got Swift 2, which lets him move 2 extra spaces. Instead of just the one when cards move, he gets to move 2 extra spaces. Alright, Coral, Amber Shard, Force Balls, McBonine, Interest Healing Ballad, Solar Flare for the 2 rares, Firestream, Cure Morph Shards, Macadam, and yep, ooh, wow. I think if I can figure it out, I might want to make a count of how often those 2 are together. Or if someone else in the comment section would be willing to count them, that would be great. Alright, Might Swing, Felfour of the Deep, Sand Strike, Phobia Plates. Ooh. They're like boots. Challenges made against the equipped creature fail. Ooh. Equipped creature takes 10 less damage from magic. Ooh, again, that's really good. So there are some attacks that they call it stat checks. And basically they check the power. Oh yeah, so Tafiel. Again, they'll check like any of these stats, or sometimes energy too, I think. But, yeah, so, well, it's not checks, it's challenges. I haven't seen any card that actually does challenges. But, basically, take your, one of your stats and compared it to your opponent's stats. Whoever is the highest wins the challenge. So this is saying that, any challenges that would be made always fail. So, basically, you don't get extra damage, essentially, which is really nice. And Tafiel, Fluid Might, Tractile Scales, Ikubra, and Tasca again. Decelerating Requiem, Skeletal Springs, Vitarzu, the Coral Smithy. That's a good one. And we have the Magma Shard, the Coral Magma Shard, Coral Crush, Denial, Refrain of the Deep, Klenka, and Lamikal. Baton of Oni, Caustic Cascade, Dvornik, Invader's Tact. Almost put those together. Oh, can't do that. Invader's Tactics for the rare, and Agrino Jaldar. These are really cool. He's got Hive. Agrino Jaldar gains 5 energy for each Danian you control. Agrino Jaldar deals an additional 5 damage to minions. Jeez. Whew. Okay, so minions are, like a recap, minions have this brainwashed text box right here. It also would say, also says minion right there. So basically, if you have chieftains, you can have minions. Basically, that's how that works, I think. That's the only way you can get mixed tribes with most Marillions, at least Anyway, yeah. So Agreed Jolter is a good card. Petrifying Power, the Oligarch's Path, Jessiban, and Otini. 2 packs left. Can we get one more? Those sets are actually rare. Wow. Get one more super rare? Question mark. Marksman's Preparation, Requiem of Fear, Kaivon the Renegade. Oh, well, wow. Okay. Calling of Ani. Okay. If Ani the Oligarch, projection, 1 combat this turn, while equipped with Baton of Ani, and you played Rage of Ani this turn, flip over Ani the Oligarch projection. So this is the card that lets you flip over. So it requires not only you having Ani Oligarch projection, the Baton of Ani equipped to him, and have played the attack Rage of Ani, then you can flip over. Plus, you would need 4 musics, which, I mean, with Fluid Morphers is not hard to get, but still, there's a lot of requirements there. But basically, all of the new Ani, the flip side of Ani is 200 in all stats, including energy. So if you can get all of those to line up, you pretty much always win. But that's a lot of coincidences that have to line up. So we got Poison Steam, Vial of Liquid Thought, Raldoy, and Tarbok again. Last pack. Let's see what we got. Corral, Amber Shard, Dylus, Frozen Fire. Oops, let's get into Frozen Fire. Liquid Thought, Evaporation, and Glost, who is a War Beast. I can talk about those later. This video is getting pretty long, though. Tidal Surge, Europa Shock Chime Guard, Anger Keem, and Atacat. Yep, okay. Let's do a quick recap then of the really cool cards that we got. Okay, so we've got Calling of Ani, Phobia Plates, Oribon, Bloxa, Hewn Palatinin, Nunkworm, Wama, Hive Ordnance, Electric Rain, Fleandar for the Ultra. He was super cool, and I'm so happy that I got him. Okay, so thanks for watching. Let me know if you want more chaotic discussion videos and whatnot. I can definitely do them. I love the game a lot. I could talk about it for a while. If you're curious how to play, let me know. I can also make how to play videos too. But I guess that's it for now. We'll see you later.